To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
Welcome to the DCTV report for the week ending Saturday, August 12th, 2017. I'm Edward O'Hare, nickname to be determined. It's another week in summer, so there's another new preacher and a retro pick from the 70s that truly tested my DC fandom. It starts now. Monday, Preacher. Eugene and everyone in hell sat around waiting for their projectors to be fixed while Miss Mannering tried to weed out the person who didn't belong there. Hitler figured out the truth about Eugene and offered to help him escape. Jesse went to an electronics store and asked techies to help find clues in the God audition. They came up with nothing, and Jesse left dejected, but we saw a Grail Industries logo on the disc as it was shredded. Tulip was still restless, bought a new fridge, went around the apartment building spackling up bullet holes, and unknowingly made friends with the couple from Grail sent to spy on them. Denis laid in his bed under hospice care, as Cassidy struggled to care for him. Last minute reveal, Cassidy called his buddy Seamus, who advised him not to bite Denis. Then Cassidy stood over Denis singing Charlotte the Harlot, a sweet song he sang to Denis as a baby. And now for a retro pick. SHAZAM! Season 1, Episode 5, The Road Back, which first aired October 5th, 1974, written by Bill Danch and Jim Ryden, directed by Arthur H. Nadel. SHAZAM was a mid-70s Saturday morning live-action television series, which starred Michael Gray as Billy Batson, Les Tremayne as Mentor, Jackson Bostwick as Captain Marvel. And full disclosure, SHAZAM, or Captain Marvel, as he should be known, is my favorite DC Comics superhero. My favorite superhero of all time. But I have never really seen much of this show, partly because it was very hard to find for a long time. After watching this episode this week, oh boy, this show is cheap. This was produced by Filmation, which was primarily an animation company. And the story is Billy Batson is driven around the country by this weird old guy we never find out his real name. All we know is that he's not related to Billy. He just drives him around the country solving problems for desperate youth. This episode, he helps two kids who are in trouble trying to get out from under the thumb of this local drug lord who looks like a really snazzy Italian guy in his 40s. It's very, very slow moving. There's a bit of animation where he meets his elders who give him advice, and it's just a hand-drawn picture where just the mouths move in the animation, and he doesn't really understand what they're talking about. When he goes for Mentor for clarity, Mentor just basically throws out a Mark Twain quote and says, I don't really know. The runtime on this episode without commercials is 21 minutes and 39 seconds, and the first and only transformation into Captain Marvel happens at the 15-minute mark. So you could tell there's a lot of gaps between conversation where they're just holding on people because we need to fill time. There's no story here. I can't really say that you need to see this, but if you want to have a fun time, just for 20 minutes, just watch one episode, and I think you will get some enjoyment out of it. I can probably say if I had seen this when I was 7 or 8, I would have eaten it up and it would have tortured my parents. But yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, go for it. Well, I guess that's the DCTV report for this week. You can find me here and on the Wicked Theory podcast, live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern on Mixlr. Feel free to download us wherever good podcasts are given away for free, and visit us at wickedtheory.com. I'm Edward O'Hare, and this has been a Wicked Theory Studios production.